Hello and welcome to another edition of TCC Men's Basketball, live on TCCEagles.com. Just about underway here inside the Bill Ebrock Eagle Dome for a Panhandle Conference matchup between TCC and Chipola. I'm Brett Rutherford alongside William Haynes to bring you all the action here tonight.
Good to be with you, Brett. We got a great game in front of us. You can feel the environment here in the Eagle Dome tonight. A great atmosphere for a big game.
Definitely the biggest crowd we've had on hand so far this season.
Nice interception there by Mike Eisler.
Kirby with it now. Bounce pass to Hampton. Second matchup between these two teams. They'll play once more. Back in Marietta. Eisler sets the screen for Hampton. Dishes to Doomby. A 10 on the shot clock. Here's Kirby. Over to Hampton. Only 3 on the shot clock. Got to put one up. Deep 3 from Chris Hampton. That one goes off the glass and the rim. Chipola rebounds.
Eagles are trying to get the ball down low in that possession. Just well guarded by Chipola.
Jamil Safadine drives inside. Looked like he was maybe tripped up, but a huge block there. I think Eisler with the rejection, either him or Kirby coming from behind. Saw Safadine on the drive there, only making his 4th start of the season for the Indians. Chris Gardner, sophomore, one of the returning players on this Chipola team, inbounds there.
We're only a minute into this game. You can tell defense is going to play a big part of this contest.
Tomlin loses it there. That one was tipped away. Now here come the Eagles in transition. Eisler collects himself, puts the shot up. Rico Williams comes down with it, and he's fouled. Is that shot going to count? No, I think it'll be on the floor. But Rico Williams was surrounded by Chipola players and still found a way to come down with that ball.
Absolutely. We've seen him do that time and time again. You know, whether he's covered, contested, just get the ball to Rico Williams, and he's going to find a way either to score or to get himself to the free throw line like he does here.
Williams second on the team in scoring at 12.1 points per game. Also a 75% free throw shooter, a chance to get the Eagles on the board here early on in the first half. I am kind of unsure why the shot doesn't count if he's getting free throws here. Coach Donnie Tyndall, I think, is also confused. He says it's either on the floor, but there was a resolution reached there. Either way, I think Eagles will take the free throws. Williams hits the first. Eagles on the board first here. And Williams goes 2 for 2.
Some full court pressure provided here.
That one turned over. Chris Hampton, no, it's going to go off his fingertips and over the scorer's table.
We saw a play just moments earlier where he had to leap high into the air to save a possession.
I would say, you know, he might be one of the shorter players on this roster, but not vertical for Chris Hampton. I'd put it up against anyone in the Panhandle Conference.
Absolutely.
Irving on the ball. Loses the handle for a little bit, stays with it. Lays off to Gardner. Eagles trying to play some great defense here. Gardner over to Safadine. 5 on the shot clock. Fields pulls up. Deep mid-range shot, and he knocks it down.
Didn't like his options passing the ball. He had Rico Williams in his face and just decided to pop the shot. Well done to get it to fall.
Kirby trying to work through this double team here. Finds Eisler. Eisler lays off to Rico Williams, and he's fouled on the way up. I always say one of the best offenses you can have in college basketball is getting to the free throw line.
And a textbook example there of how to get out of the trap and do it effectively. They had a couple of Eagles running free on the back end and able to get the ball back there. Results in points either way.
Williams went 2 for 2 in his first trip. And back within a minute of gameplay. Hits his third attempt on the night, first of this trip. And that one rolls around and eventually in. Eagles up 4-2, 18 minutes to play in the first half. Irving bringing it up for Chipola. Here's Tomlin with it. Pass goes from Safferty to Tomlin, but it's swatted away. Eagles come away with it. Doumbia bringing it up.
Had 3 different Eagles with their hands up as Chipola tries to get down the lane.
Hampton loses it. Oh, and he gets tripped up there over by the Chipola bench, and that'll be a foul called. 3 early fouls called against the Indians. You know, every game in the Panhandle Conference is going to be intense. You could say there's a rivalry between any set of teams in this 5-team league. But Chipola and TCC, last year they played 4 times, split those games. Neither team broke serve in terms of winning on the road. There's Kirby's shot attempt blocked. He gets it right back, gets swatted away again. Doumbia for 3. That one rims out. Like I was saying, they split the 4 games last year. Did not meet in the postseason. Chipola went on to win the state championship. That one poked out of play by Hampton, but it will stay. But you saw some intense games, some chippy games, physical matchups, maybe even a little too physical at times. Here's John Wilson inbounding from underneath. First time in the game for him. Goes into Fields. He's double teamed by Eisler and Kirby. That pass goes right back inside to Fields. Gets one off the glass and in. Ultimately, though, lots of talent. Some of it still here for Chipola and TCC. And we're going to get an offensive foul there. I don't really know who that was against, but Chipola will get it right back. Hampton was trapped. It looks like it'll be Mike Eisler on the other side of the floor. So Chipola will get it back. Some of that talent, though, on to the Division I level. Chris Hampton gets it right back for the Eagles. He gets it quickly to Kirby. Now Rico Williams, double team in the low post, finds Kirby all alone for 3. Off back iron, rebounded. Doumbia, another chance. Fresh 20, now Hampton with it. Eagles will get set again. Inside to Eisler, almost loses it, has to pick it up. Inside to Williams, who's now got some space to work in. Jameel Safferty, great defense. And now another offensive foul called. I don't know. Was that off Eisler again? Man, I just didn't see that one. The officials had a better view on that one. This game has been nonstop. I haven't even got to finish my story here. I'm trying to tell about the rivalry between these 2 teams last year. You see L. Ellis at Louisville, Naheem McLeod at Florida State. Played a huge role in the Seminoles beating Duke last night over at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. Here's Shayon Davis. Over to Dante Walker. Kirby goes down hard. Offensive foul. So after a couple of offensive fouls called against the Eagles, Isaiah Kirby able to draw that charge there and get one called against Chipola. We're going to see Byron Smith check in for Jack Doumbia here, his first time in the game. Anthony Thomas in the game as well. He is the Eagles' leading scorer at 12.4 points per game. The Eagles have been bringing him off the bench as of late. Thomas into Smith.
Eagles adding a couple of playmaking guards into the lineup here with Smith and Thomas, as you mentioned.
Rico Williams alone in space. Takes that shot, a little too much on it. Chipola known for their zone defense. And now another foul called here. So lots of whistles early on. We see Caleb Wallace getting ready to check in. That foul was against Anthony Thomas. His first team's 3rd now. Just under 16 to play in the first half. Lots of rotation from both sides as well. Wilson over to Albury. Now swung around to Davis. Shot goes up and no good, and then we're going to get a foul called.
Looked like an over the back to me.
That was Albury on the shot attempt.
Five fouls called in under 5 minutes in this game against Chipola. As you mentioned, a lot of whistles here early.
Wallace gathers, then decides to pull up, take the shot, and he hits it.
Right from the elbow.
Davis, great step back. That shot blocked by Hampton. Does he get it back? No, it falls right into the hands. That's another missed shot. Here comes Caleb Wallace. I have no idea how Chipola didn't score there. Here's Anthony Thomas on the other end. Contacts and a foul. Rico Williams down over here back towards center court. Looks like he's okay. But what a sequence there. Chipola had about 2 or 3 golden opportunities to score. Couldn't convert any of them. All of a sudden, it's Anthony Thomas on the other end shooting free throws.
Absolutely great job by Chris Hampton to get it started, tipping the ball loose. As you said, luckily that no points came out of it on the other end. But, play through the moment, get the ball on the other side, and great execution there by TCC.
Thomas hits the first and has struggled a little bit at the line, as has really this entire team. It's been something they're working on, still shooting under 70% on the season as a team. Right now they lead 7-4. Once again, this is the second matchup between these teams. Chipola won easily in the first matchup over in Mariana. That's one no good for Thomas. Irving wasting no time, but he loses it. Williams fighting for it, still loose. Now Thomas gets it. He has to pick up the dribble, slow things down. Wallace over to Smith. Oh, careless pass from Anthony Thomas. Wallace gets his fingertips to tip it right back to him. Now works it inside to Wallace. Tries to beat the screen, the zone. It does. Caleb Wallace, another one. Perfectly off the glass and in. 9-4 lead. 14 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the half. Williams comes all the way out to defend. That leaves a lot of space for Chipola to operate in, but a poor pass. And they have to dish it right back out. Here's Chris Gardner. Picks up the dribble. Tries to bounce one inside. And a jump ball. Great defensive effort there from TCC. And the possession arrow moving their way. They'll get it.
Eagles have done a great job so far gliding to the basketball. Wherever the ball is, there's about usually 2 or 3 defenders there to greet them. Get enough hands on the ball, you're going to have things like that. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to the Eagles.
Here's Hampton bringing it up. Now Smith. No look past to Wallace in the corner. He finds Hampton. The Eagles protected the ball early on thus far. Under 14 to play in the first. Here's Thomas. Picks it up. Now Smith. Being patient with it. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Wallace in the corner for 3. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Tomlin. Tomlin, one of the lankier players in this league. Can score in bunches. Here's a 3-point attempt from Chris Gardner. Blocked. Gardner again. This one no good. Tomlin comes away with the offensive rebound. Deep 3 from Irving. This one no good. Finally, Caleb Wallace comes down with it. We are live on TCCEagles.com and YouTube. Got a smart device, smart TV. You can throw it up on the big screen. Chris Hampton from downtown. Off the glass, no good. This deserves to be on your big screen. And there's the alley-oop dunk to Faison Fields. We're going to get a timeout from Coach Rick Cabrera. The Eagles still lead this one 9-6. 12:50 remaining in the first. You're watching TCC basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
Run,
coming out of the break here. Byron Smith bringing it up for the Eagles. They lead 9-6. William, it's been a great start for TCC.
Absolutely. For the most part, they've been hitting their shots. Not even necessarily wide open looks, just big guys hitting big shots.
Hampton works it inside the arrow. Cashwell in this game for the first time. That one ultimately knocked away and into the hands of Jameel Safadine, freshman out of Denver. Tomlin with it, guarded by Thomas. Two long guards now into the corner. Irving, he's got some space to knock this one down, and he does. Ties it at 9.
Leave a guy open in the corner like that, he's going to make you pay.
I say we've got a packed house. I don't think there's any shortage of Chipola fans here as well that made the about an hour-long trip over down I-10. Caleb Wallace' shot is blocked. Safadine into the corner. Irving now tries to drive the baseline, but he stepped out of play, headed the other way. Coach Donnie Tyndall wanted a foul called there against Chris Hampton. Doesn't get it. We'll get another break. Timeout on the floor. Eagles and Indians locked at 9. You're watching TCC basketball.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Tallahassee Community College would like to thank the Tallahassee Democrat for its support of Eagle Athletics. Read about today's games tomorrow. Pick up a copy of the Tallahassee Democrat or log on to tallahassee.com. Eagles and Indians tied at 9. Chipola coming off a loss. Oh, we're going to get another whistle here. Shot clock issue. Coming off a 79-74 loss at Gulf Coast State. Byron Smith with it now. Here's Kirby. Cashwell sets the screen. Dish out to Smith. 4-3. It's good. Byron Smith.
We saw him hit a couple of those big shots against Gulf Coast State the last time we were here. He's on fire right now.
3-point attempt from Tomlin. Doesn't go. Miscommunication, and they gave it right back. Faison Fields. I won't say they gave it right back. It was Cashwell and Smith going for the same rebound. And Rico Williams getting ready to come back in the game, I believe, for Cashwell. Smith pulling up from mid-range. He's got 5 quick points.
Ride the hot hand if he's going to knock those shots down. Make sure you keep getting him the ball. Ride that wave.
The Eagles leading 14-11. Gardner over to Emis. Drives in, dishes to the corner. Safadine. Back to Gardner. His 3-point attempt rims out into the hands of Isaiah Kirby, but Emis gets it right back for Chipola.
Had Caleb Wallace running free, just couldn't get the ball to him.
Yeah, give credit to Carlos Emis there, poking it away. Jameel Safadine hesitates, now finds Emis on the other side. That one off the front of the rim and brought in by Anthony Thomas.
Great range by Thomas there. Bring in the rebound.
One of the biggest issues the last time these two teams played was TCC turning over the basketball, and I've got to say early on, still a lot of game left, they've done a pretty good job protecting it even after that last turnover. Kirby picks up his dribble, now finds Cashwell, a deep two from Al Cashwell, and he knocks it down. The big man often doesn't get those shot attempts, but I will say throughout the course of the season, he's been knocking him down. I don't think I've seen him take a three yet, but if he gets into space and has the opportunity to take a shot, he will. He's not afraid. 16-11 lead, 9.5 to play in the first. Safadine drives and tries to find Carlos Enos, who was moving the other way. And a turnover from Jamil Safadine.
People love the flashy no-look passes, but there are times where it goes the other way where, you're not looking. The ball just didn't find the target on that one.
Kirby bringing it up, now finds Smith. Bounce pass. Rico Williams in the low post was double teamed. He loses it. Enos comes away with it. Lemus. That was Irving, rather. Coach Cabrera visibly and audibly upset on the TCC bench. Carlos Lemus, I must say, great defensive presence for Chipola thus far. Swings into the corner. Kirby penetrates. That finger roll. He's fouled. No, an offensive foul called. They're going to give another foul called against Isaiah Kirby.
Wow.
Chipola making a couple changes here. Here's Lemus. Drives, and another offensive foul. Byron Smith is excited, the crowd's excited, and I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited too.
Not often do you see a guy that fired up to take a charge, but that's the kind of guy that Byron Smith is.
William, I've been telling you all season, man. I know you've only been doing a few games. Everybody should have a practice where they draw charges, not just basketball teams. Your workplace.
By the water cooler.
Yeah, try.
John's just taking a charge, trying to get water.
Yeah, practice that selflessness, right? V89 Sports, you're a member over at Florida State. You guys need to start drawing charges before Tomahawk Talk every Monday night. Here's Kirby bringing it up. And by the way, congratulations, new chief reporter over at V89 Sports, William Haynes.
I appreciate that. First show with the new setup this Monday. Thought it went well.
Kirby. Byron Smith from way downtown. This one doesn't go for him.
A little bit of a heat check there, potentially. Can't really blame him for that, taking that shot.
Lemus has to pick up his dribble. Smith guarding him tight. Now they find Wilson, guarded by Wallace. And that's going to be a travel call there on John Wilson. A little too much hesitation, and that's a walk.
Really good job on that possession for TCC on ball defense. Anyone's got the ball, got on them real tight, as you said. Create some issues there for Chipola.
16-11 lead. Talked to Coach Cabrera before today's game, and Eagles had trouble scoring the last time these two teams played, but I think ultimately the focus was going to be how do you stop Chipola from creating as many open looks as they did in that game. And so far, I think they're doing that successfully. Kirby comes off the screen, set by Williams. Now finds Wallace, stutter step. Dumbia, less than 10 on the shot clock. Gets it back to Kirby. Eagles will try to set something up quickly here. Kirby, and he'll get called for a travel. They're going to say that pivot foot moved. Ultimately, I don't know what he was going to be able to do, even if it wasn't a travel. He was double teamed. There didn't seem to be an outlet, and that shot clock was expiring.
TCC had a couple of open looks there in that possession, just decided not to pull the trigger. Had Wallace running underneath the screen. So at least they're doing a good job setting some things up. Already 8 fouls called against Chipola, so with 7 minutes left in this first half. Some free throw shooting could come into play for the Eagles.
Here's Williams on the baseline. He takes that shot. A little bit unlucky on that roll. Under 7 to play now in the first half. Eagles still holding on to that 5-point lead. Irving wasting no time. Now here's Gardner. Lemus tries to collect himself. Now works all the way back over to Gardner for 3. That one no good and rebounded by Hampton. Great move from Smith. Now over to Wallace. Cross court. That one almost lost, but here's Smith. 4-3. It's good! Byron Smith is on fire tonight inside the Eagle Dome. He's feeling it on both ends.
I'm afraid some sprinklers are going to turn on inside the Eagle Dome. Byron Smith is on fire.
And we will get a timeout here. Oh, just some changes. Gardner inbounding. 6:04 to play in the half. Eagles lead by 8.
Both teams going a little bit smaller with their personnel here as we're closing in on halftime. Maybe trying to go with speed to get some momentum on their side.
Yep. Inside the Fields. Double teamed Wallace and Williams. Put back good from, I believe that'll be Naquan Tomlin. And I mentioned Naheem McLeod earlier. He is in attendance here tonight inside the Eagle Dome. And Rico Williams with the huge slam there. Coach Donnie Tyndall calls a timeout. He's upset because the Eagles lead by 8. 5:26 to go in the first half. Live on TCCEagles.com. Get social and connect with TCC Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat, all at TCC Eagles. And following each athletic event, find us on Facebook and see who's named the TCC Eagle of the game. The TCC Eagles are on social media, and we're ready to connect with you.
Still very early, but I wouldn't be surprised if Byron Smith gets himself Eagle of the game with the way he's playing so far.
I'll have to make sure someone is still running that Facebook, because if not, I'll log in there and nominate a few players myself. That one stolen away. Williams fighting for it on the floor. Lays off to Hampton. Eagles moving quickly. Thomas yet to score. Inside, here's Williams. Fades away. That shot way short, and he ends up on the deck. Gardner inside the Fields. Hampton had to get up quickly. They lay it off. That shot rolls in. Dayton Albury, the freshman out of the Bahamas. (21-15) now. Here's Wallace now. Hampton with it. little over 4 minutes to play. Oh, great bounce pass goes off the leg of Albury. At halftime, we'll play our discussion with head coach Rick Cabrera, recorded before tonight's game. So you'll hear him talk about what his thoughts were coming into this one. Eagles started 0-2 in conference play, but have won a couple now and now find themselves, I guess, right in the thick of things again. And 2 gutsy wins, I might add. On the road at Pensacola State. Huge defensive battle, 52-51. We'll get a timeout here on the floor. And at home against Gulf Coast State, 67-65. William Haynes and I were on the call for that one. That was another Panhandle classic. So we'll step aside again here real quick. Eagles leads 21-15. You're watching TCC Basketball live on tcceagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Coming back here, Anthony Thomas getting ready to inbound it. Finds Hampton. Quickly the other way. Here's Carlos Lemus. Albury. Great gather step, but then lays it off to Tomlin. Caleb Wallace gets a hand on that one, but will be whistled for the foul. Tomlin at the free throw line shoots 70.5% from the cherry stripe. Chipola's leading scorer, averaging 14.1 points per game. Misses the first attempt. The 6'10" lanky sophomore out of New York. Under 4 to play. Lead is still 5 for TCC. Hampton with it.
Bucket here would go a long way, keeping Chipola at arm's length.
Sure would. Smith, sidestep. Does he have another? No. Eagles lead by 5. I said 6 a moment ago. Here's Albury. That one poked away Wallace. Odd man rush. Only Tomlin to beat. Does he? No. Rolls off the rim. But Smith goes for the putback. The Eagles get it back. This one will go the other way. They're going to say it went last off of Smith. Hard to tell from up here. Feels good to see this game play out in front of what is a pretty packed house. Tomlin hands off to Albury, who again drives inside. Tries to get one in underneath. That one going to go off of an Eagle and will stay on this side.
I think we learned last night in this area how far a nice home crowd advantage can help you out.
Yeah, for sure. Lemus gets it in the corner. He pulls up. Kirby's in his face, and he knocks it down. Huge shot from Carlos Lemus, who I have to say has been pretty solid off the bench for Chipola. Hampton with it. Now here's Kirby. Rico Williams in the low post. He's double teamed, tries to find Hampton. He wasn't ready for it.
Some miscommunication there. Hampton maybe cutting back door, and Rico thought he was going to be camping out there.
Chipola inbounding here. It's a one-score game, 2.5 to play in the first half. They've been on a bit of a run here. Eagles lost their scoring momentum, but they could use a huge defensive stop here. That one goes all the way back. Chris Hampton races for it. He's just got Lemus to beat, and he's fouled, goes down hard. Lemus says he got the ball, but I think there was enough contact there to warrant that foul call. So that'll be Chris Hampton heading to the free throw line. Second foul on Carlos Lemus, the sophomore out of Venezuela. A really well-rounded player for this Chipola team. Hampton misses the first free throw. Obviously, we know the experience head coach Donnie Tyndall brings to the table here at Chipola. Former coach at Morehead State and the University of Tennessee. Also spent some time in the NBA G League. Working with the Detroit Pistons and Toronto Raptors organizations. Lemus with it. Tries to drive in, and they're going to get a blocking foul called on Rico Williams. Looked like he was setting up, and they're going to say he was in the restricted area. I think that's a fair call. But credit to Williams for trying to draw another charge, because it looks like that one might have hurt a little bit. We'll send Lemus to the free throw line. Mentioned Lemus being a well-rounded player. He has struggled a little bit this year from the free throw line, only 63.8%. Maybe not the number you'd expect from a guard at this level that scores double digits a game. But he has a chance to give Chipola the lead here. TCC leading 22-21. And Lemus will have 2 shots. Chipola now in the bonus. Eagles 1 foul away from getting into the double bonus. That will be a foul on the floor, so it was a 1-and-1, and that Tomlin shot swatted away. Now he'll head to the line to shoot 2. Now Tomlin with a chance to give Chipola the lead. The Eagles have had it for almost the entire game. It's been tied a couple of times. Tomlin hits it, so now we're tied again at 22. But I believe this would be, if he hits this, Chipola's first lead.
Eagles were ahead, I believe, as many as 8 points.
Yeah.
During his stretch of this game.
Gone cold here late in the first half. Tomlin hits that free throw. That does make it 23-22 Chipola. And the Indians do have their first lead. Here is Chris Hampton bringing it up. Kirby. Now Hampton. Back to Kirby. Now it's going to be a kicked ball going off the foot of Lance Irving. Fresh 20 for the Eagles. 1:52 to go in the half.
Got about 2 minutes to turn things back to your side. All it takes is maybe 2 or 3 solid possessions, and you're going into the locker room feeling good about yourself.
And a lot of contact from behind. That block goes right into the hands of Jack Dubia. That has to be a goaltend, I would think, but Eagles stay with it.
It was
now
in the
into
net.
the corner. Dubia, this one for 3. Hits this one. They'll take 3 instead of 2. Eagles back in the lead, 25-23. And I don't know, though. It looked like that one was not only on the cylinder, but through the rim, and I thought that could have been a goaltending call. Instead, it kicks back out to Jack Dubia, who knocks down the deep ball. Now Lemus trapped by Williams and Hampton. Rico Williams playing some great defense tonight here inside the Eagle Dome, not letting Chipola get comfortable. They're going to say this one will remain Chipola ball. I don't know, that call could have gone either way. 1:10 to play. Eagles back in the lead by 2. Lemus into Fields. They try to find Fields again for the alley-oop, and he hangs on the rim a little bit. He deserves that one. Another huge dunk from Faison Fields. Tied at 25. Here's Thomas. Hampton with it. Under a minute to play in the first. Kirby. Kirby thinks about the three. Now we'll drive inside. Bounce pass. Anthony Thomas. Mid-range jumper. That was well contested. And an air ball from Anthony Thomas. 34 seconds on the clock. Chipola trying to regain the lead. Would be another lead change. Would be the third in about a couple of minutes. Lemus getting some instructions there from Coach Tyndall. Cabrera yelling out to Thomas. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 15 left on the game clock. Lemus will try to drive inside, and we'll get a whistle. They're going to say Dumbia got in the way there. So it will be Lemus heading to the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1. Either way, you force them to shoot free throws, and they got to make the first. You'll probably get the ball back with 12.6 seconds. Got to get the rebound. If he does, miss either the first or the second. But no matter what, the Eagles will get one more shot at it, most likely. No, I shouldn't say no matter what. They've got to get the board first. Lemus does hit the first, so Chipola back in the lead, 26-25. What an exciting half of basketball here.
Absolutely. I feel like I say it every time I'm here, but you really couldn't have asked for a better game.
Could not. Lemus, second attempt. This one rims out. And they're going to... No, that one's on me. I said the Eagles would have one more shot, and who knows, they still might. But they don't get that rebound there, and it goes off of Jack Dumbia. I'll take the blame for that one. Irving inbounds to Fields. 10 seconds on the game clock. No shot clock left. Here's Lemus. You have a feeling he'll take the shot. No, he'll find Naquan Tomlin with another alley-oop finish, and that'll do it. Chipola puts an exclamation point on the first half here. They go into the break with a 28-25 lead. William, you mentioned that the Eagles led by as much as 8. But Chipola quickly takes the momentum.
And something we talk about so much is going into halftime, maybe that final 5 or 4 minutes going in, you can do a lot, get the momentum on your side for the rest of the game. And TCC had a chance to do that. They hit a big shot in the corner for 3, but maybe caught napping a little bit defensively. That was twice in a short stretch where Chipola was able to find a guy cutting backdoor and an emphatic slam to finish off the play.
We'll step aside here for halftime. After this quick break, you'll hear my discussion with head coach Rick Cabrera prior to this game. I think you'll see that some of his game plan is working, and there's going to be some adjustments that also need to be made going into the second half. Eagles trail by 3. You're watching TCC basketball live on TCCEagles.com.
Coach, a few games since that first trip to Marietta, what's changed about your team in those couple of weeks?
Well, obviously that first game was a rude awakening of how tough this league is. Our guys are playing harder, playing together, sharing the ball, and finding ways to win. I always preach to these guys. I said, don't let your offense dictate how your defense is going to be. And so far, they managed to do that even in the Northwest game that we didn't come out victorious. So hopefully we can continue it.
Do you think they've been able to handle the speed of the Panhandle Conference a little bit better after they're picking up a couple wins in the league?
Yeah, they had no choice. I've told these guys, I said, a lot of them have come from Division I, and I said this league, some of these teams in this league can beat your Division I team. So it's not really a step down, in basketball terms. But, but they're getting the hang of it. Hopefully we can continue it. because there's no easy games in this conference, as you know, and night in and night out it's a war, and we just have to be prepared for that war every night.
These games can often get contested. I think we're going to have a big crowd on hand tonight. Even though you're at home, what's your message to the team to have the guys kind of keep their cool in big moments?
Yeah, that's been an issue I've had is I always tell them, I said, play with emotion, but don't play emotional. It's a big difference, and especially against a team like this who's going to come out just as tough and physical as they were the first time. That's Donnie's MO, and that's my MO. But he outcoached me, and they outplayed us the first time. So, our guys are, we're in our comfort zone at our rims and in our gym. We just got to relax, and, when adversity hits, just take a deep breath and you kind of let the dust settle.
Defensively, what's going to be the key to stop their attack tonight?
We just got to, eliminate paint touches, because we get someone name it by how well they shoot it, but all of a sudden they're getting a lot of two-pointers. We do have to run them off the three-point line because they shoot the ball really well as a team. So, we just got to play hard, man. Just play hard. There's no exact science to this. Just got to play hard, play physical, rebound your first shot misses, and push the ball in transition.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
No problem, brother.
And we're back here on TCCEagles.com and YouTube. Like I said, I want to throw this game up on the big screen. It deserves it. Smart device, smart TV, or watch on your phone, wherever you're most comfortable. Because we're about to start the second half of action here inside the Eagle Dome. I'm Brett Rutherford alongside William Haynes. And William, Eagles put together a really strong first half performance up until those last couple minutes where Chipola seemed to knock the wind out of them a bit.
TCC really has their work cut out for them in the second half. I mean, they were shooting Chipola out of the gym at times, and they still find themselves down 3 points going into the second half. This is the number 11 team in the country that's given them all sorts of trouble in the past. It's not going to get any easier down the stretch. You're going to need some of those guys who are big in the first half to continue their success.
Taking a look ahead, and obviously the focus still on this game, but TCC got a road trip upcoming next Wednesday. They're off this Saturday, 5-team league. Get some off days here and there. They're going to be on the road at Northwest Florida over in Niceville next Wednesday. That game will go at 8:30 Eastern. And then on the road at Gulf Coast State the following Saturday over in Panama City. You know, I mentioned, William, I was looking for a trip over to Panama City. I still don't think the weather will be quite warm enough for my taste by next weekend. But would have been a fun trip, I'm sure, nonetheless, to watch the Eagles take on Gulf Coast State. Maybe, we'll see. If the schedule's open, maybe I'll make the trip anyways and just not spend the night. The goal is, though, for you and I think, to do an away broadcast at Chipola the next time the Eagles go there. Whether or not we'll have the camera crew is to be determined, but I think we'll definitely be in attendance, maybe bring in a radio call.
That would be a great game to do for sure. I mean, you imagine by the time that game is going to be played that there's going to be a certain amount of stakes to it.
Certainly. And again, I don't know what the issue is here to start the half. The Eagles 17-5 on the season, 2-2 in conference play. Those wins coming at Pensacola State and at home against Gulf Coast State. Losses against Chipola and at home against Northwest Florida. Looking for win number 3 to get them over 500 in league play. Chipola will start with the ball, and that's Lance Irving who loses the handle there. Hampton bringing it up. Joined on the floor by Doumbia, Eisler, Kirby, and Williams. That was the starting 5 for the Eagles.
Did not see a whole lot of Eisler in the first half.
Got into foul trouble early on, and I think needed to take a seat. Kirby over to Hampton. He stutter steps, and he'll get called for the travel there. And I think Chris Hampton just has to focus a little bit more there.
We've seen that a couple of times this game. Eagles getting a couple of shots open beyond the arc. Don't pull the trigger.
I think that's one thing this team, it's not their strongest, it's not their strong suit, shooting the 3 ball. And maybe it is, but maybe they just don't take enough, like you said. Maybe they're not pulling the trigger enough.
Byron Smith certainly looked good in the first half beyond the arc.
Here's Safety now back to Gardner. Both teams rocking with their starting 5s to start the second half. Williams with the rebounds. Minute gone in the second half. Score remains 28-25 Chipola. Kirby comes off the screen from Williams. Now Hampton with it. Tries to get it into Doumbia inside, but gives the ball away again. Tomlin all alone, straight to the rim, and a big finish for the 6'10 sophomore.
Not a whole lot of resistance there on that fast break opportunity.
Not much you can do when he's going down the lane.
It was off to the races for sure.
Doumbia spins, shoots, scores. Much needed bucket there to get the Eagles going in the second half. Here's Lance Irving with it, guarded by Kirby. Safety. Backdoor cut from Gardner, lays it off to Fields, and he scores. 5-point lead for Chipola. 17:45 to go. Hampton. Dumbia pulls up that one off the glass and in. Eagles got to get creative here, trying to score against this zone defense. Coach Donnie Tyndall, known for the zone defense, worked those days in Morehead State, including a big tournament upset against Louisville they had back in 2011. Safadine, that one knocked away from him, but Dumbia can't keep it in play, so Chipola will retain. In the middle of the conference play, a couple games ago, Chipola hosted Baton Rouge Community College, coming from the Louisiana State Capitol. This one's stolen, all alone for Chris Hampton. Tomlin's chasing him down. Hampton with the slam. Chris Hampton, no stopping him. A Superman dunk. Eagles trail by one. Gardner with it now. Goes back to Walker. Guarded by Wallace. The Eagle Dome has come alive here in the second half. Walker's shot goes up and in. And you see the Chipola faithful getting loud here. 34-31, Chipola lead. 16.5 to play. Kirby goes to Hampton. Now Eisler with it at the top. The Eagles still trying to figure out. And Tomlin, it's going to be a kicked ball. Tomlin almost had the steal. We'll see Byron Smith check in. We saw what he could do in the first half, scoring in bunches. Not normally Smith's role, but the Eagles gladly taking the points from number 0 in the first half.
If he's giving them to you, you got to take it, that's for sure.
There's 20 on the shot clock to start this one. Here's Caleb Wallace. Now Eisler with it. 10 on the shot clock. Smith. Wallace can't seem to get away. That fadeaway shot, I don't know if that one was tipped, but it's well short either way. 16 to play. Lemus. Deep three from Carlos Lemus and short, but an offensive rebound. No, it gets away and over into the stands. And they're going to say it's going to stay on this side. That's a core. Core, the freshman out of Australia. Did he appear at all? I don't know if we saw him in the first half. If we did, it was briefly. A core. Tomlin keeps it. Now passes to Lemus. Lemus lays off to Albury. That one, great defense from Rico Williams with the rebound. Now Thomas, still looking to get him going. Scored a couple TCC's last game in his return to the lineup. 15.5 to play. Thomas with it. Now he shoots. Little too much on it, but Rico Williams with the offensive rebound. On the baseline, can he get it to Thomas? Thomas keeps it in play. Swings around. Now here's Wallace. Gather step. And a jump ball.
Possession stays with the Eagles.
Before that tie-up, some great ball movement from the Eagles.
They've been doing a couple of different things to try and penetrate this zone defense.
Inbound. Well, going to be a foul called. And that'll be called on Dante Walker.
First foul of this second half.
Yeah. We almost got 5 minutes in without a foul call. Dante Walker having a discussion with the officials. It'll be Smith inbounding. Eagles trail by 3 still. Goes all the way back to Eisler. Now in the corner, Smith pulls it. This one doesn't go. Anthony Thomas in there for the rebound, doesn't get it. Here's Lemus. Moves off of a core and a jump ball as Eisler gets his hand in there. Coach Donnie Tyndall wanted a foul. This one will stay with Chipola, but I think a great effort there from Eisler to get that jump ball.
One of the stronger defenders the Eagles have at their disposal. He's been involved in a lot of physical plays throughout the course of a game. Showed it off right there.
Here's Lemus with it. Tomlin tries to drive in, instead kicks it out. Corner three from Dante Walker. Extends the lead to 6.
Biggest deficit of the day for Tallahassee. See how they respond to it.
Thomas, no look pass. Over to Caleb Wallace. Now he goes right back to Thomas. Has to pick up his dribble, goes back to Wallace, who's got some space inside and lays it off to Eisler, who is now it's loose on the floor. Eisler is fouled. Wow, Eagles got that shot clock all the way down. Eisler almost lost it, comes up with it, and is fouled.
A possession that would make Patrick Mahomes proud. All those no-look passes there by TCC.
Again, though, you think maybe the Eagles won too many. You just need to get the shot up. Either way, they'll head to the free throw line. And some big free throws here for Mike Eisler, who's a 68.3% shooter this season. And that one rolls off.
One of the more unlucky rolls you'll see.
We mentioned home court advantage, but when our neighbors to the west bring this many, I think it's tough for the Eagles in these situations as well.
Not quite, but a little bit the feel of a neutral sider.
Eisler hits that second free throw, and that's no disrespect to the Eagles fans here. I think they're bringing the noise as well.
With a big game like this and in a pretty short distance between schools, I mean, it makes sense. We've got both sides coming out in full force.
Lemus, guarded by Smith, 14 to play. Takes it in all the way by himself, and they're going to say that stays.
Wow.
I think the official is getting an earful from both sets of fans. And now the Chipola crowd just booing the officials a few moments ago now, giving them a round of applause. That's how it goes. Safferty takes it inside, and they're going to say this will stay again. No foul called there. The refs, I think, maybe swallowing their whistles a little bit in the second half. I like it. I don't think there was a foul there. But maybe enough contact where you see a foul called there pretty often in this game.
Safferty took a pretty big tumble to the hardwood. Usually you'll see a whistle called on that more times than not. Just the reality of the game.
Tomlin shot doesn't go. Here's Thomas. Lemus steps up to guard Thomas, kind of stops him in his tracks. Now he's got to slow things down. Comes off the screen from Eisler before passing to Smith. Thomas trapped in the corner, and a timeout called by head coach Rick Cabrera. A much-needed timeout. Eagles still trailing by 5, 13:30 to go inside the Eagle Dome between TCC and Chipola. You're watching Eagle Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. First Florida Credit Union invites you to become a member and open a checking or student checking account at the Appleyard branch, conveniently located for all TCC students, faculty, and staff. First Florida Credit Union, enriching people every day. 13:30 to go. Caleb Wallace inbounding here. Now Smith, the ball handler. Pulls up. Deep mid-range shot is short. And rebounded by Fields. Tomlin. Cross-court pass into the stands. Don't know who was aiming for on that one.
Had a word or two for his teammate Dante Walker after the play.
Yeah, I think he had 3 teammates over there and couldn't find a single one.
You talked about his length earlier in the game. He's such a tough guy to guard, whether he's putting up a shot or trying to get a pass off. Really hard to contest.
Byron Smith. 3-ball, good. Another one for Byron Smith falls.
Really big shot there for TCC, and who else but Byron Smith coming through once again.
Look how locked in he is on defense here, guarding Carlos Lemus.
Goes under the screen a couple times.
Fields is fouled there on his way up. Wallace upset with the call. He's got to calm himself down there. Don't want to give him any more free throws than they already have. When a guy like Fields, that big, that tall, goes up like that and there's any inkling of contact, he's usually going to get the call.
Composure, I think, will be a big part of this game down the stretch for TCC. You mentioned Caleb Wallace and frustration after that one. It's going to take everybody, and you really have to keep your head cool. There's a lot of time left. There's a lot of moments to seize.
Fields, this one goes off back iron. Wallace does get that rebound, so it's still a one-score game. And Byron Smith, the man of the hour for the Eagles, bringing it up. A little over 12 to play. This pass goes right to Byron Smith. Swings it to the corner. Wallace. Now to Anthony Thomas. 3-ball. Hits it. Anthony Thomas. Tied at 38. The bench is alive. You see assistant coaches Hayden Harkins, Chad Bailey getting the crowd involved. Lemus. And he's fouled.
We've been talking about it for TCC, maybe pass up that extra pass and take the shot. And Anthony Thomas had an open look, pulled the trigger, nothing but net.
We'll have a timeout on the floor. All tied up at 38 apiece. You're watching TCC Basketball live on TCCEagles.com and YouTube.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
For over 40 years, Tallahassee Orthopedic Clinic has provided the highest quality, patient-centered orthopedic care and sports medicine to North Florida and South Georgia. TOC, the team behind the team, and a proud supporter of the Tallahassee Community College Eagles. Coming out of that media timeout, we saw Anthony Thomas with a huge 3 from the corner.
Eagles trailed by as many as 6 points. I think they've done a lot of the hard work clawing back in, getting this game tied up. But as I said before, a long way to go.
Definitely. 11:50 remaining. It's Carlos Lemus at the free throw line. We talked about his struggles there earlier. This one rolls around and ultimately rolls in. Chipola back in the lead. And he goes 2 for 2. So 40-38. And Chipola is going to try to apply some pressure here. Smith, he's got to get it out. Does, finds Eisler. 5 seconds to bring it up. Smith looking for an outlet. Gets it up to Anthony Thomas. Well done. 20 seconds on the shot clock now for the Eagles in their half-court set. Eisler loses it. Lemus. Smith races him back to the basket. Lays it off. That one rolls in. Dante Walker off the glass. 4-point lead once again for Chipola. Here's Thomas. Five on the shot clock. Smith pulls up again, and he's got another one. Byron Smith. Definitely his best game in an Eagles uniform. And he's got the Eagles within one once again. Now, this one poked away, goes right back. Dante Walker gets his own rebound and finishes a second time. Back and forth action here inside the Bill Ebrock Eagle Dome. Smith with it, 15 on the shot clock. Now Thomas. Why not go right back to Byron Smith? Thomas sticks with it. 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Rico Williams. Thomas got to work his way inside. That shot blocked. And they're going to say, nope, a shot clock violation after that Faison Fields dunk.
I think you might have said it half joking, but I'm honestly surprised Chipola has not applied more pressure defensively to Byron Smith. I mean, if you're going to continue to leave him out there like that, I think you should keep going to him down the stretch.
On that last shot, they tried to close him down a little bit and still knocked it down. Gardner. Ooh, Tomlin can't handle that pass. Finally gets it. Doing be a great defense, but Tomlin lays off the field. Does he have another? No. Bouncing around. Dumbia comes away with it. Great rebound from Jack Dumbia.
Guarded 2 different Chipola players on that possession and then got the rebound to finish it off.
And an offensive foul called against Isaiah Kirby. Tried to drive the baseline, didn't have a lot of space. Ultimately runs right into a Chipola defender. 9.5 to play. Indians lead by 3. Oh, Kirby called for another foul. This one, a shooting foul against Chris Gardner. Eagles need to recollect themselves. Gardner will head to the line. Chance to extend the lead. Hits the first.
And now Kirby, who had just come in moments ago, 2 fouls back-to-back. He's not 3 on the night. They take him in. Caleb Wallace re-enters the game in his stead.
We've got Chris Hampton back out there as well. And that one misses, so it'll be a 4-point lead. Here's Williams, loses it. And they're going to say that Faison Fields was out of play, so the Eagles, after giving it away, will get a second chance. They get it right back, but I got to say they're lucky to have it back.
A couple moments like that, fortunate to have possession back. Down 4 with 9 minutes to play. Got to keep yourself within arm's length.
We've seen Rico Williams receive the ball more in the high post, I think, today than usual, trying to beat that zone, trying to work their way around. This time, he's got to be a little bit more aware of his surroundings. Loses the handle. They're going to mop up a wet spot really quickly here and get the ball nice and dry.
Not a whole lot of stoppages so far in the second half. Only 6 fouls called between two teams.
Oh, William, you just jinxed it.
You were guilty of it.
I know.
Earlier, I think, with a free throw, and now I'm getting back in the mix in that regard. But it's a lot of these players' first chance to breathe in quite some time.
Hampton goes all the way back to Williams. He finds Hampton again. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Dumbia trying to make something happen. Now finds Williams. Has to pull up and take the shot. And that shot clock will go down to 0. Chipola gets it back. Gardner, guarded by Hampton. Fields comes off that screen and instead receives a pass. Now Gardner has space to get in the lane. Dishes to Lemus in the corner. That three no good. Hampton fighting for the rebound and Wallace comes away with it. Neither team really able to get anything going offensively. But the Eagles trail by 4. Smith inside. Dumbia has to pick it up. Now can he spin around? And he ultimately loses it. We'll see Thomas head back to the scorer's table. Here's Tomlin. 8 to play. And a timeout from Chipola. You're watching TCC Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. Tomlin inbounding here, and we're going to see both Hampton and Walker hit the deck, but Lemus' shot goes up, doesn't go. Wallace can't bring it in, and it goes right into the hands of Lemus. There's a lot of contact there from either side. Now Smith comes away with the steal, bounce pass. Thomas has just Gardner to beat off the glass, and there's a foul. Wide open game, lots of movement there in that sequence and a lot of contact. Finally a foul called here on this end on the left side. Thomas going to the free throw line. First one short. Could really use really needs to hit the second one here. I think it's a huge shot. Get it back to a one-score game. Playing good defense still. Misses the second, but Eagles, can they get it back? Smith, and you had Williams down on the baseline. This one will move the other way.
Defense has really defined this game. Chipola averaging over 83 points a game thus far, have been held to just 45, so about half of that mark with about 7.5 left to play.
Here's Chris Gardner. Hands off, Walker. Lemus, gather step. That one tipped in. No, they're going to say it was on the cylinder. I believe that's the right call there. Cora tried to tip it right back in. Wallace gets it into Hampton. Still a 4-point game. Hampton. Bounce pass to Smith. Wallace finds space, turns and shoots immediately. Connects.
A lot of discussion during this game about how you beat that zone defense. You find the soft spot there right on the elbow. Nice shot by Caleb Wallace to take advantage.
Tomlin can't handle that pass. Thomas steps up to guard him a little more closely. Now Tomlin goes back to Gardner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They work it over to Walker. That's got to be a travel. No travel called. The shot no good anyways. And then a foul called, I believe. Yeah, that'll be against Cora. You
can see Coach Donnie Tyndall telling his team, calm down. High stakes, no doubt, in this game, but I think cooler heads will prevail.
Eagles now chance to tie or take the lead here. They're down to 6.5 to play. The game clock will start now after Smith picks it up. Williams over to Smith. Will take it himself, and a foul called against Faison Fields. Neither team in the bonus now. Like William mentioned, fouls kept to mostly a minimum. Hampton gets this one all the way back to Smith. Great pass over to Thomas. Thomas has to just put that shot up with one arm, and I think he was trying to draw the foul. One-handed shot doesn't go for Thomas. Chipola will get it back, 6:08 to play. Now Eagles applying some pressure. They get it into Irving. Now got to get it across. It looks like Gardner will. Under 6 now. Here's Gardner. Behind the back dribble. Now finds Tomlin. Collects himself. Rico Williams denies him, and it'll be a jump ball. That means Eagles will have it. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. Under 6 to play. Eagles trailing by 2. You're watching TCC Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. Refreshment Services Pepsi, located at 3919 West Pensacola Street, is the official soft drink partner for Tallahassee Community College Athletics. The Eagles thank Refreshment Services Pepsi for its support and hopes you have a Pepsi day. And last media timeout here inside the Eagle Dome. William, a barn burner. Eagles trail by 2. It's been a while since they've had a lead, but they're right there within touching distance.
And I like who you've got on the floor right now. A lot of your playmakers who have been big in this game. Chris Hampton, who's been involved. Rico Williams, who seems to have been involved with every rebound in this game. And then Byron Smith, who's the hottest player in the Eagle Dome right now, is on the floor. So this is crunch time, and you've got your crunch time players in this moment.
Smith going to bring it up here. Eagles, chance to tie or take the lead. Now Hampton with it. And they're going to say a foul against Chipola. That one's big. 6th foul of the half. That one will go against Chris Gardner. Said he elbowed Eisler on that screen. Now Eisler will inbound. So the next foul will put TCC in the bonus. Hampton, bounce pass. Caleb Wallace now finds Rico Williams. This one almost got away from Wallace. And now an offensive foul. Okay. So it'll be 5th foul on the Eagles this half. That one on Caleb Wallace, saying he used his arm to push off there. Here is Walker, now Fields. Here comes Irving. Pass over to Gardner, 4-3. Doesn't go, but he gets the rebound. And now he tries to go to Irving, and it'll go the other way. Lance Irving said that one was tipped. It might have been. Either way, Eagles with possession. I think I saw Byron Smith maybe crack the slightest of grins there as that one was given to TCC. Eisler, Hampton. Ten on the shot clock. Wallace. Back to Hampton. Pulls up as he fades away. Doesn't go, but a putback almost in by Mike Eisler. Chipola ultimately comes away with it. And neither team really getting in their groove offensively. Now Lemus will pull up from deep, and it's short. Hampton will let this one go out of play. I think either team just trying to get creative here. They've played each other already. They've seen the tape on the other team. They know how to defend each other. Now it's a matter of who can be the most creative, who can knock down the most clutch shots down the stretch here. Williams over to Smith. And if it's anybody's going to knock one down tonight for TCC, it'll be Byron Smith. It's been hot from 3. Williams trapped in the corner, now finds Wallace. Great pass over to Eisler. Waits for his opportunity to put one off the glass and in. We're tied at 45. Under 4 to play.
Enrico breaking the trap is really what made that all possible. It seemed like he was dead to rights, had nowhere to go, was able to get that basketball out of there.
And now a timeout from the Chipola bench after the Eagles tie it up. 3:46 left in regulation inside the Eagle Dome. You're watching TCC basketball on TCCEagles.com. And we're back on TCCEagles.com in the middle of a Chipola timeout here. William tied at 45. Neither team can really get it going scoring-wise. What's going to be the key for TCC to win this game?
Really getting flashbacks to that game against Gulf Coast State where it's really back and forth down the wire. I think we've been talking about it. It's who can come up in the big moment and hit the clutch shot. TCC has been full of players that have been able to do that. Today, you just saw another clutch play with Rico Williams, able to break the trap. You're going to need more plays like that, special plays, big moments, to come away on the right side of this game.
Teams headed back to the floor. We're ready to go. I see, keeping an eye on the YouTube live feed. I catch this game either on tcceagles.com or on the YouTube feed at youtube.com/tcceagles. Got some Eagles fans in the chat. I see former broadcast partner Luke Fay watching all the way from Dodge City, Kansas, dropping a Let's Go Eagles in the YouTube chat. Here's Lemus with it. Goes all the way around. Tomlin takes this one himself, but it doesn't go. Offensive rebound. This one also doesn't go. Finally a foul call. Eagles got to get up there and grab that board. Not only a second chance for Chipola, but a third as well. They have a chance to take the lead.
Dante Walker, the Bronx native, just under 60% from the line this season.
That one off back iron. Both teams sitting on 6 fouls for the half, so next foul will put one of them in the bonus.
And you got to think that's going to come into play too, with this game so close. No room for error down the stretch.
Hits the second, so 46-45, Chipola leads. Hampton. And a foul call. No, an offensive foul. Hampton guarded closely by Irving. Ultimately, they're going to say he initiated that contact. I think Hampton really was trying to draw the foul. Officials saw right through it.
It was a strange-looking play. I mean, he was taking the basketball away from the play, so as you said, most likely trying to draw a foul there.
Lemus is fouled on his way up, and he'll head back to the free throw line. Teams, we knew it's going to be intense. There's going to be some words shared on the floor. You hope it doesn't end up in anything more than that. It looks like both teams cooling down. Lemus at the free throw line. The lead is 1 for Chipola. This one no good from Lemus. This one no good. He goes 0 for 2. Wallace on the rebound. 3:10 to play. Hampton bringing it up.
A little bit of an isolation here for Hampton.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Hampton Usus right now has to dribble back out. 5 on the shot clock. Lemus playing great defense and is called for the foul there, though. Now Hampton will head to the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1. I think officials, as this game gets close, as it gets tighter, they're going to call everything they see as a foul.
And I think the Eagles got away with a little bit of a break there. Certainly some discombobulation on that offensive possession. The shot clock was winding down. Nowhere really to go with the basketball. So to be able to come away with that, with a trip to the free throw line, I think is a bit fortunate.
Hampton It's the first free throw, tied at 46. And this one off back iron. The game remains tied. Now under 3 to play. Lemus comes around Fields. Here's Tomlin with it. Walker drives. Shot goes up. He's fouled by Eisler. Turning into a game of free throws here, William. Not necessarily the most exciting last few minutes, but the tension is still there. The drama is still there. And I'm enjoying watching this chess match between these two teams.
Chipola as a team, just over 70% from the free throw line. So something they've been pretty good at this season.
Walker hits the first and goes 2 for 2. 48-46, Chipola leads.
And with just under 2.5 to play, you're really going to have to match possession for possession. You can't afford to let the other team go on a run.
Eisler goes up. There's a lot of contact there. No foul. Chipola on the rebound. Here's Lemus again. Now Tomlin. Recycles back out to Irving. Walker sets the screen for Lemus, but he goes the other way, loses it, goes out of the corner. Tomlin with it. Irving tries to drive the baseline. Fields loses it, and he's fouled. Foul called on Chris Hampton.
Puts Chipola into the double bonus for the remainder of this game.
And some big free throws coming up. Now under 2 minutes to play. Minute 52 exactly on the clock.
And Fields right about at the team average, just under 70%.
It's a big one there. Makes it a 3-point game. And we'll get a timeout from head coach Rick Cabrera, trying to figure out what the plan is after this second free throw. Chipola leads this one 49-46. You're watching TCCEagles.com. Minute 52 to go. One more free throw for Chipola.
And if they're able to make it a 2-possession game on this shot, that puts a lot of pressure on what you're doing offensively because, I mean, like I said, you've got to match them possession for possession the rest of the way if that ends up being the case.
Yeah, I think that's why Coach Cabrera wanted to call that timeout. Because either way, this upcoming possession, if you can get it back, is going to be a big one. Like you said, you always want to be the team, even in a close game like this, up 1 or 2 points. Lets you play with a little bit different mentality. The other team's got to be the one to make the play. There's Fields. This one short. Williams comes down with it.
He's been doing that all night, strong-arming that ball.
No one loves grabbing a rebound more than Rico Williams. Here's Hampton. Takes it himself out and one. Chris Hampton will head to the free throw line with a chance to tie. You know, William, I don't know. It was a shot attempt, but I don't know if Chris Hampton had any intention of that one going in, let alone going right through the net.
He put the perfect amount on that ball. I'll give him the credit that was a shot attempt. And you want to talk about a big-time play. That was a perfect example of just that.
One of two returning players on this Eagle team. He knows what it means to come up big in these Panhandle Conference games. Hits the free throw, tied at 49, and now another timeout from head coach Rick Cabrera as he gets to change that mentality in a tie game. A minute 34 to go, locked at 49. You're watching TCC basketball on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
We're back here on TCCEagles.com. Chris Hampton converting that free throw on the end, one to tie this game up.
I believe the Eagles going with a couple of substitutions, keeping fresh legs.
And getting Anthony Thomas back on the floor.
It's been a taxing game for everybody involved, so I think that's a good move too.
I think Thomas is a good matchup for Nyquan Tomlin, two longer guys. Tomlin's got an inch or two on Thomas, but same build, same style of play in a lot of ways. Under a minute and a half to play. Lemus with it, and he went over and back. Eagles will get it back. A huge miscalculation from Carlos Lemus. Steps back across the line. And what a moment. I mean, that could have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. Eagles, after tying it up, get it right back. Here's Hampton. Williams sets the screen. Hampton tries to find Williams. He does. Goes up. No foul called. Williams gets it back, and he'll get called for a travel after falling over. I mean, there's only one way he could have fallen over like that, and it's if there was contact underneath.
Tend to agree with you on that one, Brett. And on the last possession for Chipola, Lemus, one of the guiding forces of this team, really just with a crucial error. Didn't end up costing him in the end too much, but as you said, I mean, that could play a role on this final score.
Still tied at 49, a minute 12 to go. Chipola in the double bonus. TCC still 2 fouls away from the double bonus. Chipola sits at 8 fouls. So mopping up the wet spot. Here's Lemus. Eagles not going to let him cross half court easily. Walker gets the inbound, goes right back to Lemus, who will bring it up. Minute 5 to play. Takes it himself. Thomas with the block. Knocks it out of play. And it will stay on this side. But still a huge defensive play from Anthony Thomas. We'll get a timeout from Johnny Tyndall on the Chipola bench. Still locked at 49 minutes to go in regulation. You're watching TCC basketball. Coming back here out of this Chipola timeout. Locked at 49. A battle of two junkyard defenses in the Panhandle Conference. Defending conference champions TCC against defending state champions Chipola, who made sure to hang their state championship banner when they hosted TCC a couple of weeks back. Here's Fields on the inbound. Williams turned around to defend him. That shot finally goes up. Williams never had time to turn around, and Chipola takes a 51-49 lead. Hampton going to bring it up here. Smith, Wallace, Thomas, and Williams joining him on the floor. Gets past one defender, puts the shot up, he's fouled. Hampton heading to the free throw line.
Some kind of lurch forward a little bit, trying to draw some contact. He's done a good job of that tonight. And a couple of more really big ones from Chris Hampton coming up.
It's got to be really tough to play against Chris Hampton. The way he's able to draw fouls, get under the other team's skin. But he's one guy you just love to have on your side.
Absolutely, all kinds of athletic plays from him. We talked about his vertical early on. One of the most athletic guys on the floor, I would say.
First free throw. Bounces around a couple of times and ultimately rolls off, so he'll have one more. Hits the second. 51-50. Another timeout from the Chipola bench. Well, step aside, but stay right there, because what a game we got on hand here. Chipola leads 51-50 on TCCEagles.com. Waiting here for the play to resume. 45.1 on the clock in regulation. Chipola has a 1-point lead and possession of the basketball.
Thinking they're going to want to wind down all 30 seconds or as much of it as possible that's on the play clock. TCC will not make that easy with some pressure.
Fields has it, hands off to Irving. Safadine on the court now for Chipola. Was a starter for them. Goes back to Irving. And an offensive foul. Chris Hampton draws the charge. The Eagle Dome is alive. TCC will get the ball. Another clutch play from Chris Hampton. You see Albury will check in for Chipola. Safadine taking a seat. And it'll be Chris Hampton handling the ball here. Shot clock disappears and another timeout. 28 seconds left. Eagles down 1. You're watching TCC basketball on TCCEagles.com. I hope you're still with us. What a treat this has been tonight here in Tallahassee. Eagles have the ball. They're down 1. The shot clock has disappeared. Both head coaches have been trading timeouts for the last couple minutes. We've had plenty of breaks. But ultimately, this could be the last possession. The shot clock has disappeared. There's 28 seconds left on the game clock. Same 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Same 5 for Chipola. Hanson with it. Williams sets the screen. Over to Wallace. Now worked into the corner. Thomas. Now Hampton. Byron Smith. Corner 3. No good. Thomas with the putback. Can't get it. Gets the offensive rebound. Fouled with 11.7 to go. You know, TCC getting the offensive rebounds, that hasn't been something they've done all night. But what better time to create a second chance for yourself as Thomas grabs that one, puts up another shot attempt, and now will head to the free throw line.
Thomas's 2 highlights have been 2 of the biggest plays in this game.
Hits the first, tied at 51. .7 seconds. This one rolls off, but Thomas with the offensive rebound. 10 seconds left. Hampton with it. Looks for, and that one goes out of play with 5 seconds to go. I think he thought he had Thomas over there. We'll get another timeout from the Chipola bench. They have it with 5 seconds left, tied at 51. We'll step aside real quick. TCC Basketball live on tcceagles.com. All right, we're back on tcceagles.com. 5 seconds to go. Eagles turned it over before the break. Chris Hampton. The Eagles got it back. Anthony Thomas missed that second free throw attempt. Would have given the Eagles the lead. Gets it to Hampton, who thought he could have found Thomas again. And ultimately, Chipola will have it now. In college basketball, you can't advance the ball on a timeout, so they're going to have to bring it up. It won't be all the way down in the baseline, but they've got 5 seconds to set up a shot. And it looks like same 5 on the floor for them, or unless Dante Walker, they're going to bring on Shayon Davis. It will be the same 5 for TCC. Inbound comes to Fields. 3 seconds on the clock. Irving's going to have to shoot. At the buzzer, no good. And that's the end of regulation. Locked at 51. This one ain't over. We're headed to overtime. And we'll stay right there. You've had enough commercial breaks. William, 5 minutes added to the clock as we head into overtime. And the Eagles had a chance to win it there, had a chance to hold the ball for the last shot before that turnover. What do they got to do now? Now that we're done with regulation, into overtime, what's it going to take to win this one?
Well, you had a couple of big asks out of your defense down the stretch. They had that big stop there to close the game out, as we just saw. I think it's going to take a couple of more clutch stops. 5 minutes, more time than maybe you might think. But, if you fall a possession or 2 behind, you're really going to need that defense to apply the pressure and keep you in this thing. To me, that's the key.
We'll see. And I know you get into these tight games, you get timeouts back and forth, foul calls, trips to the free throw line. It can slow the game up, but ultimately I've enjoyed what I call a chess match of a basketball game, not only between the 2 head coaches, Rick Cabrera and Donnie Tyndall, but the players on the court as well. A lot of drama here.
Looks like we're keeping the same personnel on the floor. to open up overtime.
Last game that went into overtime, TCC lost at home here against USC Tallahassee. They avenged that loss in South Carolina later on in the season, but first conference game to head into OT. Now we'll get a jump ball here to start the overtime period. It'll be Fields and Williams in for the tip. I almost said the opening tip. It's not that. We've played way too much basketball. This will make sure we're ready to go. Here it goes. Fields try to get it up to Walker. He has to run it down. And an offensive foul called against Dante Walker. How many offensive fouls has Chipola committed since halftime? I think that's at least their third.
In big moments as well.
Yeah.
It seemed like big spots.
It'll be nothing but big moments from here on out. These two teams battling. I know it's a low-scoring game. I think defense has just been so much fun to watch today. Smith, that shot attempt doesn't go and no foul called. Chipola comes away with it. It's Chris Gardner. Field sets the screen. Gardner now swung around to the corner. Dante Walker, 3 ball. It's good. It's been a while since one of those has gone down for either team. I think it's been a really long time since Chipola's hit a 3. They've got a 3-point lead. 4.5 to play. Smith, Hampton. Williams can't handle that pass. Wallace ultimately comes away with it. Well, he takes it himself, tries to find Rico Williams, gives it to Naquan Tomlin.
I understand you want to get Rico the ball in that situation, but I think they were forcing it to him. He was covered by multiple Chipola players.
Got to be smart with the basketball. Gardner. Bounce pass to Tomlin. Spins around Thomas. Now into the corner for Gardner. Good defense by the Eagles. Not allowing that penetration. Less than 5 on the shot clock. Gardner puts one up. Anthony Thomas went up for a rebound. Still rolling around. And ultimately, it's got to be a jump ball call, and it is. So it will be Eagle basketball. Still a 1-score game. Still lots of Eagle fans in the YouTube chat. If you're watching on tcceagles.com, you can also watch live on youtube.com/tcceagles.
I think if you're TCC, you can't be concerned about responding with a 3-point attempt. It seems whenever a team tries to force it, when it's not there, it does not end in a good result. So if the 2 is there, take it. Bring yourself within 1.
Eisler has it. Tries to roll that one in and does. 54-53 now. Chipola still leading. But a huge bucket from Mike Eisler. Byron Smith called for the foul, a little too aggressive. Guarding Chris Gardner there. I understand the frustration there from Smith, but you got to be smart in that situation. We're in overtime, both teams in the double bonus. That results in free throws. So here's Gardner at the line, shooting 2. Misses the first. That's a big one. This one rolls in. Healthy roll for Chris Gardner. 55-53. Eisler tries to get it inside to Williams. Williams does well to bring that in. Now goes back to Eisler. Can he kick it out or take the shot himself? He does. puts it off the glass and in. Mike Eisler, 4 quick points. Tied again at 55.
Haven't seen a lot from him so far this game, but boy, has he come up big in this overtime period.
Chris Hampton moving in transition. The other end, he's fouled. On the floor, but it doesn't really matter. Both teams in the double bonus. Chris Hampton shooting 2. Chance to give the Eagles the lead. Locked in at 55. 2:37 left in overtime. Eagles have been playing catch up for a while now. That one rolls off. Like I said, it's been nerve-wracking because they've been, every possession they've had, it's either been tied or down a score or even 2. Hampton's second free throw is good, so now they have that lead. 56-55 changes things a little bit. .230 to go. Chris Gardner, Hampton up to guard him. Comes off the screen by Fields. Now he works it inside to Fields. And a foul called on Rico Williams. Reached in there. That'll send Faison Fields to the line, shooting 2. Most of the crowd tonight stuck around to see this one play out, and who can blame them? Fields hits his first attempt, tied at 56. This one goes in, so 57-56, Chipola back in the lead. Hampton bounce pass to Eisler, 20 seconds on the shot clock. 2:10 to play in overtime. Now Smith. Williams trapped in the corner. Finds Smith moving, but they lose it. Here's Tomlin. He's fouled and 1. Count the bucket. 59-56. And Naquan Tomlin will head to the line, shooting one more free throw.
And as big as they come, with a chance to make this a 2-possession lead.
It's the second, so it's a 4-point game once again. Eagles came back from this late on in the second half. Less than 2 minutes to go now in overtime. Quickly down the court to Anthony Thomas. Hampton, been the main ball handler for a while, takes this one high off the glass. Rico Williams, offensive rebound. And it's going to be a travel call on Rico Williams. Couldn't get the shot up. Chipola will have it back.
Rico had Anthony Thomas open in the right corner, looked over there, thought about it, but a lot of traffic clogging up the lane. Rico decided to try and take that one himself.
Hampton tries to be careful not to foul there. Tries to force a turnover.
Good break there.
Minute and a half to play. 90 seconds left in overtime in the Eagle Dome. Gardner drives inside and another offensive foul, a big one there. Minute 17 left. They brought the shot clock all the way down to 6 seconds before Gardner went in for the shot, and a foul, or a timeout rather, from head coach Rick Cabrera. We'll step aside real quick. You're watching TCC Basketball on TCCEagles.com. Each team with 1 timeout remaining. Eagles will have the ball. They're down 4, however. 1:17 to go. Far from over.
We've seen the Eagles draw up a couple of nice sets late in this game. I think you could go deep in your back pocket and bring out a good one that you feel really good about, because this is about as close to a must-make as they come.
And William, looks like the 5 on the floor will stay the same. Who are you giving the ball to here in this situation in such a big possession?
Well, he must be tired by this point, but Chris Hampton, obviously the point guard, is who I want the ball in his hands, and get somebody open. It doesn't necessarily matter who it is. Try not to force it to Rico. That's something they've struggled with. Maybe find Byron open.
I think you can get it inside to Rico, and if he can kick it outside.
They had a chance at that a couple of possessions ago.
Hampton, great pass over to Smith. Goes right back to Hampton, switches the floor. A minute to play. Inside, Thomas in the high post. Now finds Smith in the corner. 3. It's good! Byron Smith, he does it again! 60-59, 50 seconds left in the first overtime. Fields goes back to Irving. And a timeout from head coach Donnie Tyndall. He uses his last one. As Chipola needs to recalibrate here. Their lead shrunk down to just 1. We'll take one more quick break and bring you right back to the action here on TCCEagles.com. And we're back on TCCEagles.com. Byron Smith, I've lost track. We don't have the live stats up here. I've lost track. 4th or 5th 3 of the game. And they're all worth 3 points, but in terms of the timing of that one, I can't think of a bigger one he's hit. Not only tonight, but maybe in his Eagles career. Gardner inbounding. Chipola have it. They lead by 1. 18 on the shot clock, 40 on the game clock. Tomlin guarded by Smith. A little bit of a mismatch here. But Williams stays down low, guarding Fields. Now Tomlin switches over. Hampton's got him now. Another switch. 2 seconds left. Gardner for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Chipola, but it's still loose. Smith comes away with it. Gives it right back to Tomlin. Shot goes up and in. 3-point lead for Chipola. Shot clock disappears. 15 seconds left. And a timeout from head coach Rick Cabrera. 13.7 on the clock. We'll stay right here with you on TCCEagles.com. And you saw, it was a tough spot. Byron Smith comes down with that ball, but when you're on the ground like that, you can't really do anything without getting whistled for a travel. You know, it's a rough turnover, but ultimately, I don't know what better outlet he would have had. And you're still down 1 at that point. You don't have the lead. It's not tied.
And Chipola had the possession arrow, so if he gets tied up, it's their ball anyway. So you made the play that you thought you had.
I think, I don't think it was the wrong decision to get rid of it quick. It ultimately just went right into the hands of Tomlin. The only other thing you'd hope that could have happened there is Byron Smith calling that last timeout. You know, the Eagles had 1 left. They're using it now. Maybe he could have called a timeout. I don't know if he knew. That's something. You know, it's important to know that in those situations. Ultimately, though, it's the Eagles have possession, 13.7. Do you shoot the 3 here, or do you go for a quick 2 if they leave it open for you?
I think I would go for a quick 3. I mean, nothing else is guaranteed if you take the 2. I think, put it in your hands. Let your team make the play instead of having to root for some missed free throws.
Thomas going to inbound here, 13.7 left. Here's Chris Hampton. A foul called with 6.5 left. No, an offensive foul. I am extremely confused. I didn't see it. It must have been off the ball. I saw the foul called, and I thought maybe Chipola was trying to foul up 3.
That would make sense.
Give him the 2 free throws. But the other official by the scorer's table gives an offensive foul. So Chipola will inbound here. And it'll be Caleb Wallace checking in for Mike Eisler. TCC will really need to try to force a turnover here. If not, they'll have to foul it right away. Inbound goes, and there's the foul with 4.8. We'll send Chris Gardner to the free throw line. He's shooting 2, and really, at this point in the game, only has to hit 1. He shoots 80% from the line. Eagles have no timeouts, neither does Chipola. So after that second free throw, Eagles will have to advance the ball. This one rims out. Still a very big second free throw. I believe it was Chris Hampton that was called for that offensive foul on the other end. Here's Gardner's second attempt. This one is good. 4-point game. Wallace, now Hampton with it quick, and it's not going to be enough time for the Eagles. He puts up the last 3-point attempt. There's no foul. The shot is no good. Chipola with the win, 63-59. Eagles move to 17-6 on the season, 2-3 in conference play. But William, a classic here inside the Eagle Dome.
Absolutely it was. I think TCC showed a lot of grit to stay in this game, to claw back in, and I don't necessarily think they did anything wrong in this overtime period. It's just there's only 5 minutes. Whoever, the team that's making more plays is going to come out on top. There was that foul called at the end. That's a tough pill to swallow, but you never want a loss on the schedule, but I think this game gave you a lot to feel good about if you're TCC.
You look at if you took these 2 games that these 2 teams have played, and they'll get a third. Night and day difference between the game in Marietta and the game here in Tallahassee. I think TCC is a much improved team. They're a team that can beat any team in this league on any given night. Just a matter of building that consistency and really putting things together. They'll have Saturday off on a 2-game road trip. They'll be at Northwest Florida on Wednesday the 26th and at Gulf Coast State Saturday the 29th as they try to make up some ground here in the Panhandle Conference. But that's going to do it for our broadcast. Now we hope you enjoyed the broadcast, but not the outcome, as Chipola wins this one on the road 63-59. Tough loss for the Eagles. For William Haynes, I'm Brett Rutherford. This was another edition of TCC Men's Basketball, live on TCCEagles.com.